Hello, I am the Iron Savage, and this video is going to be on the Dredge military. And first thing is that the Dredge is not like many other race Tyria. Well, one, they have a formal military and they manufacture weapons and siege at massive scale. They have engineers and inventors that focus on innovation, and commoners and political officers that need protection. Many lesser races like Ogre, Grawl, Skrit, Jotun don't have formal training and rely more on their instinct and hunting skills in massive groups. The Dredge's difference is they train, have ranks, and have strategy. Before War Minister took over, the leader of the old generals, kept the Dredge isolated and safe from the surface, but the War Minister started a new policy and had the workers dig to the surface. The Dredge had settlements on the surface, but under the War Minister, they started to have more mines, more towns. This growth led to the Dredge elites to overwork and cruel acts against the commoners, mainly the workers. So two forces needed to expand the Dredge territory. One, a Dredge needed death troops to stop commoners from revolting and to stop any thought crime. And then on the surface, they needed Dredge to protect the commoners and the elites that are on the surface from the outside world, mainly from wild animals and other races. Most of Dredge society, even though you don't know it, live underground. So the people that you see on the surface, they're just like the expansionists. They're pretty much just mainly the enslaved commoners or death troops. The death troops' standard weapons are a rifle. In the real world, rifles replace swords mainly because they're easier to train than swords, so in a formal military it will be common for troops to have rifles. Dredge have shields that operate as gongs and are probably used when the workers are rebelling. Like riot shields to maintain formations and fighting in close quarter combat. They use maces like batons and most likely to control commoners. And lastly, they use these axe and staves that they use sound technology or something that disrupts the ground and blow enemies or any formations. So it's like a rock, paper, scissors. The rifle troops shoot the exposed, shield troops stop projectiles, and sound troops blow through armored formations. The workers won't fight you unless they have to, if you just attack them, and when they do, they have this thing where they just pick up the weapons and just try to fight you the best way they can. The War Minister also has upgraded the Dredge weapons and military, with the introduction of steam suits with automated sound cannons and artillery cannons, limb enhancers that let soldiers dig through stone. The Dredge technology rolls around digging, so not only will they tear through flesh, but through stone. The Dredge have carriers that hold troops and move them through battlefield. They operate for quick travel, and they could move hundreds of troops in minutes. They move in squads. Usually a steam suit pushes forward with engineers and bombers supporting it, followed by shield troops, and then the riflemen come and clean up the rest. The personal carriers are very useful since they could flood locations with troops. The Dredge ranking system is a spoil system where you have to be a friend or do favors to move up in rank. Usually favors are violent to ensure control, so the Dredge officers are usually the strongest and most violent among the Dredge. After they aligned to the Flame Legion, the Dredge were able to infuse their weapons with magic to make them more deadlier than ever. The Dredge army may look formidable, but they're not. Most Dredge society was isolated, so the only thing they had to worry about was revolts and animals. And only recently they started to expand, so their troops are actually learning how, on conquest, because the old generals, they focus on protecting and securing what the Dredge already had. The worst they have, that's why they have those shields and these rifles, to fight in their close quarters and hold their narrow passage. And the worst thing they had to fight was probably mindless destroyers, since the Dredge wanted to dig deeper. And in the end, the Dredge are in a civil war, so there will be battle-hardened Dredge rebels that will most likely help to fight against two Elder Dragons. One with Jormag attacking their settlements on the surface, and Primoris attacking the Dredge cities that below the earth. So the Dredge have opportunity for greatness. Well, this is the end of the video. Stay safe. Sub or not. Okay.